Urakami Central Part. Now let's see the central part. Shiroyama National School. Shiroyama National School was located 500 meters to the west of the blast center of the atomic bomb. Japanese Wikipedia says, in June 1945, Mitsubishi evacuated their factories and offices to national schools and middle schools in the city. Mitsubishi Weapons payroll section evacuated to Shiroyama National School and used the second and the third floors. On August 9th, the national school buildings were destroyed and burnt down. There was no student in school, but were 158 of Mitsubishi Weapons payroll section and others. Total 138 were killed. Mitsubishi camouflaged the school building all right against the American reconnaissance planes, but failed to deceive the atomic bomb. The atomic bomb exploded at 500 meters above the ground, and its deadly ray and blast attacked at 45 degrees, shattering window glasses, and killed most of Mitsubishi weapon workers inside. Principal, teachers, staff, and about 1,400 students were killed in school or at home. The question now arises, what were the principal, teachers, and school staff doing without students in school? They were reinforcing shelters as the government had instructed to strengthen them to resist the atomic bomb after Hiroshima. Countermeasures against the atomic bomb. Here is Japanese Air Defense Headquarters instructions disclosed in the morning newspaper of August 9th, about 4 hours before the atomic bombing on Nagasaki. Take cover in an outdoor shelter is the title of this instruction. Overcome the new type bomb is the subtitle. Instruction 1. Outdoor shelters are quite effective against the new type bomb. Trust them and strengthen them as much as possible and utilize them. Instruction 2. As long as you wear clothes as strong as the army uniform, you don't need to worry about burns. Wear an air raid hood and gloves, and you can protect your body from burns perfectly. Instruction 3. In case you cannot use an outdoor shelter, fall flat on the ground or hide behind a strong building. Instruction 4. Never use an in-house shelter, but use an outdoor shelter. This number 4 was added because in Hiroshima, many evacuated into in-house vertical shelters and were buried alive under a fallen roof, beams, etc. Keiho High School. Keiho High School was located 800 meters to the southwest of the blast center. Japanese Wikipedia says, on April 1st, 1945, teaching in school was suspended, but work mobilization continued. On August 9th, the whole school buildings were destroyed and burnt down by the atomic bomb. There were 10 teachers and staff, 40 students, 11 assistants, totaling 61, but only a few survived. Second graders or older were mobilized. First graders came to school and finished a test by 10 o'clock. and most of them went home and were killed there. Total killed were 405, which were 16 teachers and staff, 387 students, and 2 janitors. The question now arises, how could 387 students have been killed out of 40? According to a list compiled by survived schoolmates, the fact is that 666 students had been mobilized to Mitsubishi Steels and 352 to Mitsubishi Weapons. Both military factories were utterly crumpled to the ground by the atomic bomb, and only a few survived. Deaf and Dumb School. The Deaf and Dumb School was located 600 meters to the northeast of the blast center. Mitsubishi Shipyard Ohashi Parts Plant was manufacturing midget submarine parts here using mobilized girls. Deaf and dumb school students themselves were living in Mitsubishi dorm located 30 kilometers to the east of Nagasaki City in exchange for this school building and escaped the atomic bomb blast. Although reinforced concrete building, Deaf and Dumb School building was severely damaged by the atomic bomb, and 23 Josei and 34 Junshin Girls High School students were killed while manufacturing submarine parts. Other than Josei and Junshin Girls, 265 workers of Mitsubishi Shipyard Ohashi Parts Plant and this Deaf and Dumb School factory were killed, which amounted to 90% of total workforce there.